Good evening and welcome to Go Start Making Stuff, and on this episode we're going to do a very interesting prop that you might have in your house. Of masochism cross that stands over there for Friday cozy time activities. So let's get going, shall we? So what you need is just wood and screws and metal holders and a little bit of fabric and some foam and some other metal things and some cuffs and chains and other things which I don't have filmed because they have all been put together in the build. But let's go. So we're starting here by putting two of these planks here, which I have measured, so they will be longer than me, so my arm will be attached properly up there, even though maybe shorter people will use this because apparently I'm a tall motherfucker compared to some people. Anyway, so now you see here, I'm just gonna make this flat there in the bottom there, and also screw these all things here so I can attach myself like Jesus on the cross. I have heard that that's gonna come up, but I haven't read the Bible yet, so no spoilers. Anyway, so now I'm just gonna put these screws here in the bottom here to make them be attached flat here. You see I'm using a bit of leftover wood there, so they will be completely flat, because otherwise, you know, they will be attached together, but this is just being put on top of each other, so it's not really properly how these things are made. But this can be a prop, because I'm not going to tie up a person and spank them on this thing, because this looks like a bit of a hassle to do. Anyway, so now I have erected this thing here. Ta-da! And it stands on itself. Isn't it that amazing? So now you see, I can be tied up in a funny way here and be used, whatever. I guess this kind of a mockery of what proper users of these things have. But anyway, so now I have a lot of red color here, so why not make this red instead of black? Because I think that will be a much nicer color with some contrast here. So you see, now it is very darkly red here. Now, this is some particle wood, and particle wood is, you know, kind of useless to anything. But this will now be the pillow or cushion for the back here. So I'm just making this out of this scrap wood pieces I have here, and, you know, taking this can here to make them a little more rounded. Nice little edges there on it, so it will be look more fantastic. So now when I have done that, I also take a bunch of scrap foams and glue them together to use it inside here, because it doesn't really matter. It's a very, very good thing to use a bunch of scrap foam too, because I have a big box of scrap foam that I try to use up. But anyway, so now let's get to the next step here, which we're going to take some proper foam here, so it will be a little bit more comfortable, and also it's going to adjust itself to a better way if you have it a little bit rounded here. It will be rounded by itself due to the stretching of the fabric, but yeah, so you see we have, you know, I can use this for other things later on when I'm finished with this thing. So now you see here, I'm just gonna take this and staple it, and also we're going to make this a little bit bigger part of fabric here. I'm just gonna wrap that around and use the staple gun to attach it. You can probably, you know, do this a little bit more, but it's going to be folded in the edges there, so they will look nice. The little edges there with a bit of a fold going on there. They could also be using by some, you know, nice little buttons in the middle there, so it will look like a classy British furniture for gentlemen to have a whiskey on. Well, but no, we're just gonna have this as the back pillow for more comfort when you're gonna be quite uncomfortable by being spanked with whips and stuff. So yeah, well, now I'm just gonna take this and measure it out here and use this to attach it from the other side. This is not maybe the safest way to do it, but it works. If you're one person and no one else there to help you hold this. So there we go. Now you see they stand on themselves, and I have two of these, and I've attached this in there, and I've 3D printed this part over here just so they will look nicer. And now I'm using some flat-headed screws here because they're quite useless and I have no idea what to use them for, so let's use them as a detail. And this also is the attachment point for the leather straps, so you can tie someone up. Hello, it's me, Dr. G. I'm back. This question is from Sarah. My boyfriend and I have started to enjoying BDSM, and now my boyfriend wants to whip him. But he's black, so my question is it racist? Well, it's about context. What's your name, boy? What's your name? Say it! Your name is Toby! So I hope you all find this very interesting. This is a little special build for a special party. It probably is kind of a mockery of whatever this activity is used for and built and whatever. See you in the next one.